Hello lesbians, welcome to this week's episode of the Lesbian Supper Club podcast. Today you are joined by Scarlett and Liv, and we have decided, after it was such a hit last time, to do a part 2 of Q&A with Liv and Scarlett. This time I promised to let Liv speak more. I think last time I got a little bit passionate.
I think, because there was lots of passionate
There
topics.
was a lot of direct comments towards myself.
Yeah.
It's also not a unique experience for me to over-talk.
No, you like chatting, yeah.
And you are generally quieter than me. I'm not trying to make excuses to myself.
No, I agree.
So I am going to make a really conscious effort this time to shut the fuck up as much as possible.
We'll see.
But we will, I'm not making any promises, but what I will do is make an educated attempt to be better.
It's a learning from the last one.
Yeah, it's sort of like, instead of giving you 5% airtime, I'll give you 7.
That's kind.
And I think that's fair, actually.
I think so. I mean, it is your podcast, so... Also.
So, here we are. Before we get into today's session, I want to give a general life update as well. I just got back from Naples. I'm absolutely knackered. Got back late last night because I've got a job. No, I work. Yeah, got back from Naples. And last week, what was I doing last week? Oh, I was on track last week.
Oh, yeah.
Which was incredible. Probably one of the best track days that I have had, just because by virtue of doing something more and more, you get better at it and therefore can enjoy it more. That was a lot of fun, and I had was actually able to officially record the first episode of my new podcast. We had tried to record something prior to last week, but it just didn't really hit the way I wanted it to. Whereas I think last week's session recording was really incredible and was absolutely kind of exactly how I want it to be. So I'm super excited about that and super excited to hopefully release that relatively soon. Today, before recording, I went to the dentist because after years and years of saying it, I'm finally getting my teeth straightened. How long have I been saying I want to get my teeth done?
Since I've known you.
Literally years. And it's one of those things I think we speak about a lot. Like, I'm terrible at actually prioritising myself. And I think I've got better recently because everything's just got more intense and stressful and busy, that I have been really prioritising going to the gym every day, for example.
You have been good at that.
Yeah, because I've taken up running, which I'm really enjoying. And I'm actually good at, and I've got good at it quite quickly. And I was saying this ironically on an Instagram post about the biking, is that I find that so hard because I am so nowhere near where I want to be with it. Yeah. And it takes a long time to get good. Whereas running, it's something that if you dedicate yourself, you can get good at quite quickly. Although I have injured myself, which is so annoying. It's like, now I can't run, but anyway.
How have you even done it?
I actually don't know. It's actually looking better because I've had it on ice all morning, so it is actually looking better. I think I've just
sprained it, I think.
Hurt the ligament. But
she's probably showing off in the gym, running.
There's not really anyone in that gym that I'd like to show off to because it's primarily men.
Yeah, it is in that one.
Well, it is in most gyms, I think. Although women, I think, appear more in those spaces than they used to. But there's not really anyone there that, I'm definitely not wanting to impress men. So, yeah. Went to the dentist because this is actually quite a funny story because I've been saying that I want to go to the dentist for so long and get my teeth sorted, and I just hadn't prioritised it. I obviously go for the yearly checkups and the cleans and stuff, but hadn't prioritised getting everything sorted to get the invisible braces because, again, just self-commitment and doing stuff is just not my forte. But some of you will know that when I was on a brand trip with Levi's in Amsterdam for World Pride,
so funny,
I chipped a tooth.
How did you do it again? Oh, biting a label.
I bit the label, and as I bit the label, I thought, that feels... I felt it crumble, but I thought it was the tag that had crumbled.
Yeah.
And then I brushed my tongue because we were getting ready to go out, to an event, and I brushed my tongue along the back of my teeth, and I was just like, oh my God. And obviously, because your tongue is like a muscle, right?
Yeah.
So it's like got muscle memory. So your tongue, without you realising it, kind of knows
Like
the
to not
texture.
swallow.
Well, like it knows the texture and it knows
Oh.
the shape of your mouth, like really, which you, if you think about your tongue in
Yeah.
your mouth now, it will start to make you feel
Yeah.
weird. And so when I rubbed my tongue along the back of my tooth, I was like, I actually thought my whole tooth had gone, because it felt like,
But was it the bottom tooth again?
yeah, but it felt like the gap was it felt like it was massive.
huge.
And when I looked at it in the mirror, it wasn't small. In my defense, it wasn't like a
Yeah.
tiny chip. Like, it was a noticeable amount of tooth was gone.
When you came back and showed me, I was like,
But I thought, like, at the time, that basically my whole tooth had gone. So that was
Yeah.
horrendous. I
you
was
cry?
like, yeah, I cried, because
Yeah,
I was
fair.
just like,
it's your teeth at the end of the
it's your teeth. And also, I think I'm super confident and convicted in so many ways, but in so many ways I'm actually not. And about the way I look is like a massive one for me. And I was already feeling like I didn't like anything about myself. And then that happened, and you've got to
Yeah.
go out to a brand event. And I was just like, for fuck's sake, like, I hate this. It's just so annoying, because it's just knocked my confidence even further.
Yeah, of course.
So came back from Amsterdam, went to my usual dentist to get a composite bonding, right? Which is like a normal procedure. And I go to my normal dentist, and like, he starts, basically, from what I could tell, I felt like he was trying to put me off getting it done, because I do have a crowding issue with my bottom teeth. And so doing composite bonding, you have to also make sure that the bond matches the bite,
Right.
because otherwise it won't sit properly in your mouth. So I think
Okay.
he could tell that it was going to not be like a necessarily like easy one to do. And so he was trying to kind of put me off, and I was like, bro,
Got chipped tooth.
I literally work with my face.
Yeah.
Like, I can't walk around with a chip. Like, no, I need it done.
No.
So he's doing it, and when he starts, you know, when you're sat there, and I just thought, I know this is going to be terrible, and there's nothing I can do,
Well, you're in
because
the
I've
chair.
committed to it
Yeah.
now. And so he like does it, and I don't, and you know when they like show you the mirror, and I didn't even want to look at it, because I just knew it was going to be bad. So I kind of looked quickly, because I didn't want to look. It's like when you get a bad haircut, right?
Yeah,
And you're sat
just
looking at
like-
yourself in the mirror being like, should I kill myself now or wait until I get
Yeah,
home? It was
for
kind
sure.
of like that. And so I was like, oh yeah, like barely looked at it. But one thing I did say to him was like, I can't shut my mouth properly, because the bonding was so much higher than the rest of my teeth.
Well, so you couldn't like put your teeth together.
I couldn't put my teeth, couldn't shut my mouth. And he was like, all right, okay. Like, you know, I'll take some off. 4 times I'm going back and forth with him.
Oh,
It's still not
yeah,
right.
you were
still
there
not,
a while, I
Yeah.
remember.
And in the end, I was just like, do you know what? It's probably me. It probably just feels different, because I'm just obsessing. Because I was just like,
Yeah.
actually, get me the fuck out of this dentist.
So weren't you meant to be doing something that day as well? Because I remember we
Had the podcast recording, didn't
was
I?
it? Yeah, that was,
Yeah, because
that
I
was
went
it.
to the gym, and then
And went to get your teeth. Yeah.
no, I went to get my teeth done, went to the gym, and then we had the recording.
Yeah, that was it.
It was the 100th episode recording.
Yeah, you're right. Wait, so did you have the botched one in the 100th episode?
Yeah.
People have to look out for it now.
You
See if they
can't,
can find
thankfully,
it.
I don't think you can tell unless it's really close up. So I'm like crying in the car, because I finally leave, can't shut my mouth properly. By the way, it feels like someone has literally got a mini brick and replaced my teeth. You know the feeling of like
Ooh.
cement?
Yeah.
Imagine that in your mouth.
Oh.
So I'm crying, because it looks horrendous. Like it did when you were looking at it close up.
When you sent that photo, it almost looked photoshopped, and like
It
just-
literally
they hadn't
looked
got
someone
the
had put grey Play-Doh on my fucking tooth.
Yeah, the colour was completely wrong.
It was just horrendous. And so I was like, oh my God, this is awful. And it felt awful. And you know, it's like when something's stuck in your tooth and you can't get
Yeah.
it out. It consumes your thoughts. I know it sounds dramatic, but you're like,
No,
oh
it
my God, this
does.
is so annoying. This is so annoying. So I'm crying. And then I remembered last year, actually, it was Addie who kept saying to me, you need to go to my dentist. She's incredible. You like, if you got your teeth straightened out a little bit, they would look amazing, because you've got such a great set of teeth, you know,
Yeah.
just like you need just like minor tweaks basically. And I was like, oh my God, yes, Addie's dentist. So I reached out to her on Instagram and was like, I'm in a really bad way. help.
Yeah.
So Sarah, who works at White Dental Rooms in Chiswick, I message her and I'm like, babe, please, I need your help. Because thankfully I'd actually met her like a year ago when we were having a drink at Lisa's, and I was saying like, oh, I want to get my teeth sorted. So she did know who I was. And she was like, yeah, I can get you in tomorrow. Thank God. So I go in and like, you know, when again, straight away, the experience is different. And so I knew she'd be good. So thankfully, like she was like, yeah, I can fix this. So she took it off and then put on a new one. And I was actually so impressed because the guy before basically just shaped my tooth like a tooth. But it was like, it was like a soldier in my mouth, whereas she is so meticulous.
Yeah.
They have this special thing where they make you bite down and it's almost like an x-ray card, and then they drag it and then they can look and they can see how your bite sits.
Oh, wow.
And that's how they mould the composite.
I mean, that makes sense.
Rather than just like making it a tooth shape, they actually make it. And so she done that, and bless her, she spent like ages as well to make sure she got it right. And I was still saying like, I'm not quite comfortable. It doesn't still quite fit. And she kept going back and she'd done it. And then when she handed me the mirror, I was like, you genuinely cannot tell. Like you can't tell now.
No,
like
you can't.
you literally cannot tell at all. The colour is like perfect.
Yeah.
I can't feel it in my mouth at all. Whereas I just accepted that, I was just going to have to feel cement in my mouth for the rest of my life. I thought even if she matches it within my teeth and the colour, I'm just going to be able to feel it. Like maybe this is what composite bonding's like. I was like, this is me now.
Yeah.
And no, thankfully, she's like completely sorted me out.
God.
That's when I was like, actually, I really want to look into getting my teeth like straightened and stuff. And so I went back today to like kickstart the process.
How long will it take?
So they said with my teeth, because basically my teeth are all straight.
Yeah.
It's just basically the four at the bottom and my little snaggle
Little
tooth
snag.
there, which I do like my snaggle tooth actually,
Yeah.
because I think it gives character. But
It's sad to see it go.
yeah, so as I get older, I don't want the crowding to get worse and then
No.
it create problems basically. So for the snag and for the ones on the bottom, it's going to take like 9 months, I think.
That's not too bad.
22 hours a day.
Gonna have to commit to the bit.
I've told Zelda already, and she was like, I will make sure you're wearing them.
How's she gonna do that?
Oh, she'll bother me. Because you know what? Because she's like got, like, she's obsessed with teeth.
Yeah, she
obviously,
loves
she's
her
got
teeth,
like
doesn't
an
she?
incredible
Yeah.
set of teeth. And so for her, she's like, this is very, this is very important. And I'm like, yeah, I know.
She's gonna be checking in.
Oh, 100%.
100%. She'll probably even
Be
message me
every
when we're
day,
together,
probably.
being like, is she wearing them?
Probably be every day. Amor,
Yeah.
Amor, do you have the brace? Do you have in the brace? Or it'll be like, I'll show her that I'm eating something and she'll be like, can't eat that.
Yeah, do you have to be careful with certain coloured foods? If it's
No, I've been researching it. It's more like fizzy drinks. Yes, certain colour foods, but fizzy drinks and stuff, because it stains your teeth.
Oh,
So you have to,
course.
and then
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
that's why when sometimes people have had braces, because I think I've got to have like blocks on a couple of
Oh,
them.
the colours change.
You know, with some people, you know, they've had braces because when they whiten it after, the
Yeah.
staining you can't get off. And obviously that for me, I will be like savage about. So I need to be like basically really meticulous.
Yeah.
But luckily I've got a girlfriend who is very meticulous with
It's
that
going to
stuff.
be like a military operation.
I'll probably end up blocking my whole phone book because all of you will be like, you're wearing braces. But do you know what? It's actually the worst mistake of my life. Just fucking take my
Yeah, and then
teeth
out
out.
of spite, you won't wear it.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
problem because I am a bit funny like that,
Yeah.
aren't I? I can't be told too many times because
Like a
then I'll just be like,
child.
well, I'm not doing it at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
like an actual child.
Yeah.
So I will keep you updated on my dentistry
exciting.
journey. But yeah, very much looking forward to the before and after. So that was me talking too much already. So I've started off on a really good foot.
No, but you just
That
telling
was a
about-
conversation,
Yeah.
wasn't it? It was back
And
and
I
forth.
actually hadn't heard about your dentist
Well, no, because
this
it's just
morning.
come back.
Yeah.
It was all unravelling in real time.
Yeah, this is real time updates.
Right, we've actually had some really good ones today.
Oh, have we?
Well, I had really good ones last time as well, but we've had some good ones today. Right, the first, I'm going to go in hard on the first one.
Okay.
Someone submitted, and I think it's a slightly like constructed wrong sentence, so I'm going to read it out in the way that I think this person intended for it to be read, which is, I don't know how to say to my girlfriend that she can't make me come.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh no.
Mm. I said we're coming in hard.
Quite literally. Well, not literally.
Yeah, we're not coming in hard.
No.
Not coming in at all,
No.
actually. We're coming out.
I wonder if this person can come during sex with like a sex toy. Because you know some people just have... Some people do need to have a sex toy to come, like a vibrator.
I don't think they need it. I think, yes, I get what you're saying, but I actually think that's a psychological thing. That if you say to yourself, I need this thing, you kind of do rely on it. Because I've had conversations with people in the past who have used vibrators so much that they've then had to basically wean themselves off of them.
Yeah.
Because then when they've had like normal sex, they can't come because they're so used to the vibrator.
Well, that's the thing with... Sorry, quick tangent though. But with sex toys, like if you use them all the time, then you're just relying on them, and then like you can't really come with that. So
So there's that. There's also just... I mean, I think some people, right, it's an undoubtable thing that some people are more sexually compatible than others, naturally.
Yeah.
Because we all know what we like. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the time, particularly in relatively new sexual partners, will probably perform in a way that kind of mirrors our own pleasure needs, right?
Yeah.
Until you get to know that
what
person.
each other likes, yeah.
So I think that's very normal, and sometimes some people are more compatible because what you like, they like, so it makes it a lot easier. But if you're with someone who enjoys or needs are very different to yours, it's going to take longer for you to understand them and for them to understand you, because you're not kind of practicing what you know about yourself.
Yeah.
So I think sexual compatibility can naturally happen in that way. And then if you don't have that natural sexual compatibility, it obviously makes it harder. And so how do you deal with that?
Well, I also want to know how long they've been together. Because also if they've been together a while...
Did she say girlfriend?
I think so.
Yeah, girlfriend. So let's assume minimum, it is lesbians. Let's assume minimum 3 months.
Yeah.
And if it's lesbians, let's assume that if they've been together only 3 months, they've had sex basically every day.
And they've said, I love you. Blah, 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 blah.
So that's 90 days. So given that it's lesbians, let's say they've had sex 70 of those days.
Yeah.
If they live in the same country and they're close in proximity. So that is 70 goes, and it's still not getting it. At minimum, she's still not getting it right. Well, it's not that she's not getting it right. She's not fulfilling what...
Or this person's not maybe like able to like fully relax in that sense.
That's a huge thing. I think when you first start sleeping with someone, it's massive that you're tense. And so it's harder in that way. Even if they're really good in bed, it's harder because it's a new relationship and you're kind of like maybe a bit shy or, embarrassed, things like that. I'm going to assume, though, that they've been together a while because I think the fact that you're writing this in, if it was still relatively new, I think so many of us, particularly when it comes to women, are so generally kind of like understanding of our needs and our partner's needs and kind of giving space. I think a lot of us would just be like, oh, I know over time this will get better.
Yeah.
So the fact that it hasn't, I'm going to assume they've been together quite a while. I think the only way that you deal with it is you're going to have to say.
That's what I was going to say. You need to have a conversation about it, and then maybe you can kind of figure out ways together and like try different things maybe. Or just...
or if you don't want to come at it and just like be like, you can't make me come, which obviously probably isn't the best way of doing it, I would maybe say like, if you talk about sex, which I'm hoping you do as a couple, that maybe you could be like, oh, I really like... This.
Oh, like hinting a little bit.
Just kind of drop it into conversation and be like, or as well, say the things that you don't like. Like, I actually really don't like, that
like
doesn't
this.
turn me on. Or I could never come just that way. Kind of do it like that. I don't think, I'm going to give you a bit of hope here. I don't think that this is like an unfixable issue,
No,
because
I
I
don't.
think with the right communication, you can, if you were saying to me, if you were saying to me, I can't come because I'm not attracted to her,
Different
that's
story.
different.
Yeah.
And if that is what you're saying, then that's not going to go away.
No.
Because I don't think that you can't force yourself into that. But if it is just generally because the sex isn't pleasuring you in the right way, I do just think that you, can have hope, and it will kind of like, if you're able to have the right conversations, you will be able to fix that.
Yeah, and I feel like your partner should be like your safe space. So you should be able to have those conversations if you want to.
Absolutely. If you're not able to look up and say, obviously I really enjoy having sex with you and stuff, but like, I find it really difficult to come, maybe because of X, Y, and Z. Like, I need this, or I really like that, in order to be able to. If the other person receives that badly, then that says a lot about them. I don't think we should be apologising for asking for what we want.
I don't think so. I've had it where someone's been like, "Oh, by the way, I don't like it when you do this," and like in that certain way. And I'm like, "Cool, fine."
Yeah, then that's fine.
You need to know. Because otherwise the other person's not going to enjoy it.
Exactly. And I would never get offended by that. And I think if someone did get offended by that, then they're very immature and they've got their own like kind of insecurity issues, and it's not about you. And maybe then that kind of ripples into a whole bigger thing. But yeah, I think to take from that is like, you won't be alone in this. So many people will have experienced the same thing. I don't think it's an unfixable thing. I just think you have to come forward and say something on it, because I don't think just like hoping that the person will understand you and get better if they haven't already.
And they're probably as well, like, if they're consciously thinking that they're not coming while they're having sex, they're probably thinking that whilst having sex as well. So again, not relaxing. So I think have the conversation.
Yeah, absolutely agree. Someone has said, tell me how to handle my jealousy in a healthy way.
Oh.
I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yeah.
Well, not, but my advice would be like, probably a bit too straightforward for most.
I think it depends on what kind of jealousy it is, because some people's jealousy can be, I'd say, on a scale. Like, because some...
Well, I think let's assume that it's not a healthy jealousy. Let's assume that it's a jealousy that is consuming to the person and negatively affecting the relationship.
Well, then I think that's on them. They've got to figure it out, because if it's jealousy on like the end level we're talking about, then it's not going to...
We're going to have to assume the person that submitted this we're going to have to assume that their partner isn't actually doing anything to evoke this behaviour, because given by the way that it's written, is that it's very much coming from this person, like, this is a problem that I have.
Yeah. I used to be a very jealous person. I'll hold my hands up and say that. But I think looking back, it came from more insecurities and anxiety. Yeah. For no like real valid...
How did that jealousy come out?
I think it came out in anxiety though. Like I'd never really project it onto the person.
So you didn't ever kind of, so you never made it the other person's problem.
No,
but you became very anxious.
But I think it was because of like past situations of being like maybe cheated on. So then like subconsciously I'm thinking like, oh, well, if they're going out, then someone's going to flirt with them. Then it would just like wind me up in my head.
Okay.
But then I think over time, I think it just kind of fade.
I think over time as well, as your friend, like, you've made more peace with yourself, and a lot of it does come down to like, if someone's got extreme jealousy, it generally does come to something that they feel lacking within themselves, or it's like a confidence issue. It's exactly what you're saying. It's like an insecurity that jealousy is basically born out of thinking someone's going to leave you, and then people act in really jealous ways, which then eventually a lot of the time makes that the other person leave, because they don't want to deal with someone behaving in this way, which then reinforces the scar that, oh my God, someone's going to leave me. And then it's a bad pattern that then goes on into the next relationship and blows up. So I think if it's an unhealthy level of jealousy, and by the way, I like my tolerance for healthy jealousy is very small anyway. And I think that's what I was trying to say at the beginning of this conversation, is like, I have said before that it's not necessarily something that I experience. I think because I have a lot of problems with rejecting control. And so if and I think that comes down to like my experiences growing up and just watching experiences of people that I care and love in my life, is that control and jealousy to me kind of go hand in hand. And
Yeah,
I
that's
will
true, yeah.
not be controlled in
No.
any way, shape or form. I just, for me, it's just, it is almost like a response, I think, to my pasts in life, and just, it's just not something that I deal with very well. And I think, therefore, knowing how that makes me feel, I wouldn't ever want to project that onto someone else. And so
No.
jealousy for me is just an emotion that I generally don't feel, but I think because I have connotations to it in terms of control, I never want to be someone who controls another person in any way, shape or form.
Yeah, I mean, why would you want to do that? It's
And
like,
so I think those two kind of wrap up for me. So my as I say, my tolerance for accepting jealousy is very, very low, because I don't want to feel controlled by anything or anyone in this life.
Yeah.
And so if we're talking about a level of jealousy that is negative and goes over what healthy jealousy would be, which for me would be like, you know, if someone was flirting with your partner at the bar,
yeah,
to be like, oh, fucking hell, like, you know, or what were they talking to you about? Or they were clearly flirting with you. That's fine.
100%. I think that's more normal than anything.
Yeah.
Like 100%.
But if it was like, oh, I'm going out with my friends, and then it's 100 questions of where you're going, who you're going with, what time you're going to be back, who did you speak to, who was there,
That's more.
where
that's
are
coming off
you, how many
control.
drinks did you have?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. These two things are so closely intertwined. We have to be careful. And that for me is like, there is no healthy way to project that.
No,
the healthy way is going to therapy and
Figuring
working out why you feel this way, not about how you project that onto other people.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the time when it gets projected, it comes out in like maybe little digs, and then that just builds up over time. Then it ends up in arguments.
100%. And then I also think as well, like, I'm thinking from the other partner's perspective as well, is that if someone does this to you, and at first it starts with like, oh, hee ha ha, little digs.
Yeah.
And you can accept that, fine. Human psychology will then tell that person, oh, that was all right. That was accepted. Didn't get a reaction, didn't cause an argument. So then the next time you go out, they'll probably amp it up a little bit more. I'm just using the example of going out, could be anything. Amp it up a little bit more. Maybe, oh, I need you to text me every hour because I need to know where you are. Okay?
Yeah, I don't get when people are like that.
Yeah. And then you might accept that. And then the next time it's, you need to be back by 12.
Yeah.
And so it's learned behaviour, and what you end up with is someone who's basically then controlling every part of your life without you even realising, which then becomes a whole identity loss and ripples into much bigger problems. So I think, like, from the other person's perspective as well, if you start to see these signs in someone, sit them down and say, these are my boundaries. This is what I will tolerate. This is what I won't. If you aren't able to understand and accept that, then this isn't going to work.
No.
Because ultimately this is going to spiral into something much bigger, and it's going to get sour. And jealous relationships only end up in a very toxic way.
Yeah.
No one is like, oh, do you know what? I've had a really successful relationship full of jealousy.
It never
I'm
works.
fucking chained to the bed. I'm not allowed to see my friends. I can't see my family. All I do is go to work and sit at home with them. And tell you what, it's the happiest I've ever been.
Yeah, no.
No one's saying that. So both sides, if you are the jealous person, go to therapy. And if you're the person that's experiencing someone with jealousy, it is not your job to comfort other people's wounds.
No, absolutely not.
So set a precedent, give your boundaries, and if the person doesn't want to accept it, you need to walk away, because it's only going to, and they're not going to get help. You need to walk away because it's only going to get worse. And I do feel bad for people who, you know, do kind of have these emotional reactions, because I can imagine it is quite all consuming, and it's not nice to feel that way, to have those emotions. But we are all responsible for ourselves, and we're all adults, and at some point you have to kind of like realise when you could be causing harm to other people,
100%.
even if not in an intentional way, and you have to deal with it.
I feel like maybe even if this person say, I mean, we don't know that what they do. If they can't even afford therapy, for example, maybe just talk to one of your friends and be like, look, I'm feeling like this. Any idea why?
Yeah, and
if
talk
it's like
to a friend that you respect and
knows you very well.
Yeah, and also kind of navigates their way through the world in a way that you have admiration for. Because I think some friends, actually, some people, I actually think this happens more with like straight girls. It's this weird dynamic that they have in hetero relationships where it's almost like glamorized and celebrated to be jealous. And so the girls almost all come together and like G each other up.
Yeah, what they're doing
Yeah,
tonight,
and be like, oh my God, like girls, like, this is really extreme, but to be like, girls, like, I'm going to take his card and go out and like spend loads of money tomorrow if he stays out with the boys too late. Like something like that.
Yeah.
It's like, and they kind of find it like hee hee ha ha. No, it's not
not
funny.
fun, no.
So you need to be, if you are using a friend, you need to make sure that it is someone who's not going to advocate for this behaviour because they've got their own wounds and they're trying to make it okay for themselves, because actually that just then festers into double negativity.
Conversation.
Yeah. This one's interesting. Well, it's not. I think it's quite straightforward. Does a month of dating warrant a full breakup, or are we keeping it business casual?
Well, depends how extreme the dating is. Like, have you straight away gone in, are you exclusive? But I don't think it warrants...
I don't think anything after a month can be full blown. Come on.
Yeah, but you know what lesbians are like.
Yeah, but it's one bloody month. 3 months minimum, I think, could be classed as not even full blown, like semi-blown. 1 month.
I think, yeah.
I'm just trying to think what I was doing 1 month ago, just as a reference point.
What do you mean, just in general life?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. What was a month ago?
July.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying just to be like, we were
my
doing...
My birthday. At least it's my birthday.
Actually feels like quite long ago. Hang on. 17th. 16th of July was when I was with BMW at the other track day. A whole relationship has taken place in that time.
No, it can't. It simply can't.
No,
I'm
doesn't sorry.
warrant a full breakup.
You don't have to necessarily say business casual.
I just don't think you need to. It doesn't need to be a big thing if it's only been a month. Like, you could just say, I don't think this is working.
I think you. And if the other person turns it into something huge, then you've definitely made the right choice, because there's just no, I'm sorry, there's just no, even by lesbian standards, there is just no way it's full blown after a month.
No, could you imagine if I was dating someone, then after a month I was like, Scarlett, I'm going to have to break up with her. You'd be like, what the fuck do you mean
Or
break
if
up?
you were dating someone and then you came crying to me and being like, they've broken up with me.
Yeah, you'd be like, grow the fuck up.
I'd be like, excuse you.
Yeah.
Get yourself in the bedroom now and take a long fucking hard look at the mirror and don't come back and talk to me until you've had a good look at yourself.
100%.
Because that is just, sorry.
No.
You could be like, I'm really upset. I didn't see it coming. I really thought there was potential with this person, and that's fine. And you can be frustrated and upset by the situation. But if you're doing like fucking 3 a.m. crying in the bed,
no,
quotes on TikTok, all of that, no. I'm sorry. That is
just end
normal.
it. Don't make it a big hoo-ha. Just do it.
Yeah, not normal behaviour. This one made me laugh. Boundaries for sharing clothes.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
I think we spoke about this briefly last time.
Did we? I don't think we did.
Something was... Oh, no. Someone said about boundaries moving in together.
That was it.
And I mentioned clothes, I think.
Okay.
You're literally sat there and the girl you're seeing's jeans. So you're not really one to talk.
I wear her clothes all the time.
I think it warrants a conversation like everything else. Because I've got absolutely no problem in letting anyone wear my clothes. I do like to make jokes about it, but I genuinely don't care. Like, even like my friends, anyone can wear my clothes.
Same.
Just ask.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't like to think that I was going to wear something.
Oh, no.
And then the other person's just been like, well, I'm wearing it. And it's like, well, but
mine.
That's mine and I was planning on wearing it. And they've kind of got like dibs over your stuff. Like,
that's not fair. Every time I'm like, can I wear this?
Yeah, and I've seen you with Millie, or I've seen you with her, and you've been like, oh, can I wear that? And like, fine, and I would do that as well.
She loves me wearing her clothes.
Yeah, this is the thing. I genuinely have not got a problem sharing anything. I just think there's no harm in just having respect and being like, oh, would you mind if I wore that? Or can I borrow that? Or,
yeah, you can't just assume you can wear it.
No. If you've been together for a really long time, again, I think it's normal that clothes sharing becomes like very just like normal, and it doesn't even like warrant a second thought unless it's event driven, and if it's like as in like you're going somewhere, so you're not just going out for coffee, you're not like you're going somewhere, that's when the arguments can arise, because it's like, well, I wanted to wear that. There's no question about it other than whoever bought the fucking thing, it's theirs and they've got first dibs.
Yeah, because people always like, oh, we can have, it's like shared wardrobe type vibe. It's like, you could like say if you're with someone, you live together, and like, yeah, you could be like, oh look, I bought this top, we could both wear it.
Of course,
but like
everything needs an original owner.
Yeah, because
you can only have one name on a logbook of a car, but you can have
go.
2 people on the insurance.
Great analogy.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just share everything and anything, but everything needs an original owner, and original owner has first dibs.
Yeah, first dibs, owners.
And I think that contractual agreement is fine.
That's fine.
What's your biggest relationship green flag?
Ooh, I feel like that's dependent on your relationship style, though. No, because I'm not going to be that person who's like, oh, good manners when we're out. Like, I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, it's a green flag when people are really,
just
like,
basic.
Polite. Like, that's bare minimum.
Yeah, bare minimum. Like, I think I would have a lot of things as just bare minimum.
Like what?
Like bare minimum, just being like you say, just having basic respect for your friends, your family, being out in public, like how they acted. That to me is like bare minimum. Yeah. Bare minimum is just like being a decent human being. Generally, bare minimum would be like having empathy. Yeah. You know, things like that.
No, what I meant is more like, I feel like everyone has different needs within a relationship. So people's green flags may differ when they look for something in a person.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the thing. It's like, what would yours be?
I think mine would be more like probably someone being quite like attentive and kind of like, but then I can't, if I say showing up, that's also like kind of bare minimum, right? I don't know, because some people, I don't know. When people ask you about my green and red flags, I find it really hard.
I think a green flag for me, and this is like probably, again, like so many people would be like, Scarlett, you're so weird. But I think, again, like without getting too philosophical about it, it transcends into everything else in a relationship, and the things that you were saying about being attentive and how they show up. Is like a green flag for me is someone who prioritizes themselves.
Yes, and do you know what? Actually, well, this will cover that. Okay, perfect. Because the person that I'm dating, they are very much like, they like taking care of themselves, and I almost feel like because they do it so much, it's actually made me a lot more cautious of it. And like, and I really appreciate, and I've not had someone do that for me before, and I feel like that's actually like a very big green flag.
Because this is the thing, I think, like, if someone is able to show up and prioritize themselves, it makes them happier as a person, because they are doing things for themselves that fulfill them, aka their work, spending time with their friends, spending time with their family, their health,
going to the gym,
buying themselves little treats, nice things. All of these things play into a role of someone fulfilling their personal needs. And when someone's personal needs are met, they are able to be better for other people. Yeah. So that for me is kind of the biggest green flag. It's not about what someone can do for me. It's about what someone can do for themselves to be the best version of themselves, so that when they are around me or we are together spending time together, they are the happiest. It's not going to be all the time, because life is situational and things can happen and you can fucking react, blah, blah. But let's just say on a whole, they are happy and fulfilled. So they are happier with me and in a relationship because they have themselves. Whereas I think so many people look to relationships to fulfill something within them that they don't want to fulfill within themselves. And then that's what happens then, is then we build expectations on our significant other. And when that person doesn't fulfill those things, because no one's perfect and People can't always fulfill those things for you. Resentment builds up. That's when arguments start. And again, that's when that vicious circle ripples, which is like that person's looking to you to do something for them to make them feel better.
Yeah.
You maybe can do it in the moment, but you can't do it all the time.
Yeah, because you
and
can't.
And then it's that constant lacking mindset where they're looking to you to save them or to fix them.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work. So I think someone who is able to love themselves and prioritize themselves is a number one green flag for me.
Yeah,
it
I would actually
transcends.
would agree with that 100%. And I think also being with someone who can make, because I'd say I was probably quite, I mean, I feel like I'm a lot more confident than I was when I first met you. But I think being with someone as well who can like big you up and make you feel good and make you want to prioritize
Support
yourself
you,
is a massive green flag,
Someone,
rather than finding
100%.
someone who just wants to like rely on you for like happiness and comfort and stuff. Like,
but again, that goes down to what I'm saying with number one green flag, which is someone who can look after and do something for themselves, because happy people behave in decent ways.
Yeah.
Unhappy people do not behave in decent ways and then behave badly in relationships. That's all it comes down to. Everything red and green flag just generally comes back to oneself. What am I lacking that I am projecting out there, wanting the universe to give me back? And if you understand that pattern and you work on then the things outside in your relationships mirror that.
Yeah.
And it's a constant learning curve. And as I say, it's not something that we get right all the time, any of us. But yeah, that's super important to me, is someone who can look after themselves and prioritize themselves and make themselves happy.
Yeah.
So when you are together because you want to be and not because you need to be.
Yeah. Because then if you both feel like that, then you'd be more of a powerful unit.
Exactly. Whereas if you feel like you need someone, that's where it all generally goes to pop.
Yeah.
This one I like. How are we navigating being young and wanting to be with someone but not in a full relationship? Ooh. Yeah, it's a good one.
What, as in like maybe dating someone long term but then don't want to...
Well, I think it's the psychological balance between I'd like to be with someone but I'm young and maybe I should take my younger years to be single. It's such a hard one.
I think you'd have to have a conversation with the person that you're dating to be like...
I don't think they're saying that. I think they're saying, because I understand what you're saying, you're saying like maybe you can just date and... No, I think they're literally going... Take a third person out of it. This person is saying they are torn between wanting to be in a relationship or wanting to be, or feeling like it's the right thing to be single.
Right,
is it
so
right
either
to just,
enjoy being
so let's
single.
just take like dating out of it, having someone in the scenario. It's either like, I really would like to be in a relationship, but I'm also young, and is that the right way to spend my younger years?
That's hard, because I feel like I've never had that trail of thought in my head.
Oh my God, I have.
I don't think I've been like...
I say that like I'm really young still. Like,
Sure.
No, but I have in the past. Like, I think throughout my 20s, 100%.
I think there's been times where like I've been single and I was like, oh, I really want to be in a relationship. But I don't know if that is because I was like looking for something.
First of all, I think it's just human nature to always like look over our shoulders about things. It's like it's normal to question yourself. Am I in the right career? Am I in the right relationship? Am I happy being single? Would I be better? I don't think there's any clear-cut answer.
No.
I think it's about...
It's actually a
there's
really
pros
hard
and cons to both. It's beautiful to share your life with someone and to have experiences with someone. And it's also very powerful and fulfilling to take time for yourself and enjoy your own company and do whatever the fuck you want on your own timeline in the way that you want to do it. I think there's beauty in both of those things. And I don't think life is ever about 100% being in one way or another. I think you can kind of have a flow and just think if a relationship or if someone comes into my life and it feels right to be with them in this way.
That's what I was going to say. I think you'll know when it feels right. I think when people be like, I want to be in a relationship and like they're seeking it and looking for it, I feel like that's when it doesn't really happen. And then you're like, should I be single or not? I just think when it happens, you'll know. And it'll feel right.
Yeah, I think you can't overthink these things because what you're trying to do then is play with life and you can't. I think you're right. I think it's about like being like, right, I'm going to be where my feet are on the ground now. So if this person's single, for example, enjoy that and relish in it, and don't think, should I be in a relationship? Enjoy where you are. If the relationship comes to you, have faith that then that was meant to happen for you, and be such basic to say, but like be happy and take that for everything that it is, because that's what was meant for you.
Yeah, and
this person's come into your life, so let it flow.
Well, it's like, what was the quote from the last episode we did? What's meant for you won't pass you.
What's meant for you won't pass you by.
There you go.
You know, I'm going to say it again. It's come back. Should I tell her I like her, even if it's probably not reciprocated? In brackets, we're friends.
Oh. No.
Disagree. I would say yes.
But then if it's not reciprocated, then this person...
She said probably not reciprocated.
Oh, right. Well, if this person's... I'm going to assume the other friend's gay as well. Let's assume.
No, I don't think so. I think we need to assume on the other. Come on, it's lesbians. Probably
so let's assume that they like their straight friend.
I reckon.
Why are you saying yeah?
Because, again, without getting too philosophical, let's just go extreme. If you were going to die tomorrow, would you want the opportunity to tell that person?
Well, yeah, obviously. But this person, I mean, I hope not, but they won't be dying tomorrow. Do you know what I mean? Because the problem is it could open up a can of worms. If this person's straight and then the friend is like, I really like you, the other friend...
I just don't think that I could hide something like that, or I'd want to.
No, I mean, it must be really hard.
I would just have to say, look, I need to tell you this thing. I know that it's probably not reciprocated. It's really not going to change the dynamic of the friendship for me. If it does for you, then this is a risk that I understand and I've just had to take. I want to get this off my chest. I think I have romantic feelings for you. I don't need you to respond or react to that. You know, I really don't want it to change our relationship. I would be happy for you if you met someone else, but it's something that I just felt like this comes from me personally.
No, that makes
just feel
sense.
like I'd have to say it.
I think that angle would be...
like, we all know that I can't shut the fuck up, so...
I think that angle makes sense.
Yeah,
if it's consuming you, then...
Because I think for me, the more time that went on being in that person's presence, it would be like a compulsion. It would be like an obsessive thought that it would be the only thing that I could think about.
And then imagine if the other person starts dating someone else, then you're going to feel like probably some type of jealousy, or like it might come out in projection. And maybe. I
think I would have to say, friend zoned after a date, but I really like her. Could her feelings grow into something? No.
Leave it.
No. Like, I think, like, let people express themselves, and we just have... I know it's hard when you really like someone and you can see the potential and they can't, but, like, if someone has said that...
You've got to respect their boundaries as well. Yeah,
you're kind of looking at it from a way of, like, because you like them, you can see it in that way, but if that person has said that, they're just not seeing it in that way for whatever reason.
And you can't change someone's mind. Like, if you're going to beg and stuff, it's just... No.
It's going to make it worse. I mean, it might be just a situational thing, and in 6 months' time, that might change for them. But in the moment, no, I don't think there's any way in which you can't turn someone's head in that way. Like, if someone has... Sorry, this is brutal, but, like, if someone has friend zoned you, it's for a reason, and it's not because you're lacking as a person, but for them, there's not a match.
No, which is fine. Like,
that you can't put something there that's not there. I've become so focused on my career that I'm using work as a way to avoid facing my identity. This is really interesting because it's like the conversation I was having with that guest at LSE last week. And I'm going to say to you what I said to this person, which is, when something comes to us, a feeling, an emotion, a revelation about ourselves, or something in our life, someone, our career, or something, you can run from it, you can overwork, you can overspend, you can overdrink, you can over-holiday, you can do all of those things.
Yeah.
But the saddest and harshest reality is that when something comes to you, it comes to you for a reason, and it does not go away.
No.
And it's fucking horrible because sometimes things happen to us or come to us and we're sat there thinking, why? I don't want to deal with this. Why me? I wish this wasn't happening. But it does happen. And you can run from it and you might live all right. You know, you probably will still have happiness but it will haunt you.
Yeah, it'll
in the
always
back of
be
your
there.
mind.
Always.
And so you have to have one or two conversations with yourself, which is one, except that you will just always have to carry it.
Yeah.
And accept to have that with yourself and think, I'm never going to come out, or I don't think I'm ever going to come out. I'm going to have to live half pretending.
Yeah.
I'm going to find joy where I can find joy. And this is just the route I'm taking. Or you have to make a change. And do the really hard thing, which is to accept yourself and to go through the utter kind of breakdown, which will be an internal breakdown, a breakdown of your identity, a breakdown of everything you know about yourself, and rebuild, but rebuild in truth and actually allow yourself to, amongst difficulty, reach 100% happiness. Not all the time, because there'll be other issues that come with that, but at least have...
You like living your truth.
You've got your truth.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's shitty. It's really
it's hard.
shitty.
Like, it is hard. But...
And this person as well kind of looks not older, but we're not talking about someone in their 20s. We're talking about someone... And this makes it... Because when we get people write in who are younger, it's still shit when you're young and but you've got... It's not about time, but there's still scope for you to... You're not as grounded in your identity when you're younger.
Sure.
Whereas I really just feel so bad for older people. As in, when I say older, again, I don't mean old. I mean anyone basically above the age of 27, because your frontal lobe development and all of that, who kind of come to this realisation about themselves, and they may be grounded in a career. They may be grounded in a fucking heteronormative heterosexual relationship. They might have kids. They might be married and they've got all of this and they've come to this realisation, and I feel it for them, and I'm like, shit, that is a monumental amount of unravelling that you have got to do.
It's like, it's like, I might botch her last name, but Hayden Panettiere, I think it is, who obviously just died yesterday. She came out as bisexual in May, and she said in an interview being like, you know, I can't believe it's taken me this long. And I was like hiding and masking and like obviously taking loads of drugs and alcohol. And she was like, I can't wait now to live my life.
So sad.
As like my true self. So it's like...
And no, yeah. And this is what I mean. It's like, I really feel there's actually maybe something I want to do with our platform, and I don't know how we're going to do it, where we create kind of a sub-community space for exactly this, where people can come and meet other people, whether it be like a religion community space or a older...
I actually had an idea for this, but we'll talk about it after, off cam,
because...
Don't want anyone to steal my idea.
Well, that is so hard. It's so hard. But I just, for me, and again, coming at privilege when I say this, like, it's always... I said this woman last week. It will be so hard, but I can guarantee you it will be so worth it.
So worth it. And it's like, I think I said that to the woman. I was like, this is exciting now.
Don't take it as a negative.
No, it's such a good thing. Such a positive.
So, more to be said on that, I think, in the future. What should I do if her parents don't like me?
Oh, that's quite hard.
This is a hard one. And again, it depends on the situation, because I need to know why they don't like you. And I need to know the type of people that they are. Well, it's true, though, because
100%.
You'll meet some parents who you could literally have the sun shining out of your ass.
And they'll find a problem. Yeah.
They probably find a problem with their own kids. They're certainly not going to like you. Some people are just like that.
Yeah.
And if that's the situation, don't lose any sleep over it. Do you, be you, get on with your life, try and manage it. Show up, be nice, and leave. And don't create any problems, except that some people will find a problem with anyone or anything in their life, take the moral high ground, do the family dinners, smile and wave, and get on with your life and don't worry about it.
Yeah.
If it's because something has happened or they have seen something within you that you deep down knows is the truth about maybe some of your, let's say it's jealousy.
Yeah, okay.
Parents do have generally a very good gut instinct as well.
That's what I was going to say.
So,
unfortunately, they are right a lot of the time.
Yeah. So you need to have a little think, if that is why, what it is maybe that they are seeing, that if you can be really honest with yourself, is there any truth to that?
Yeah.
What they're seeing or what they're telling their son or daughter that they are seeing, is there truth to it? And if there is, how do you navigate that within yourself to maybe acknowledge that, because none of us are perfect and it's something you could potentially change, and how you then relay that back to them to say, do you know what? Actually, you probably were. I think there's a way of saying there's nothing wrong with sometimes holding your hands up.
100%.
I think it's such a honorary thing to be able to do, which is go, do you know what? I was wrong.
Because if this person, say, had done something and it's upset their child, and the child has got a child or person, whatever, has told their parents, their parents are going to have...
They're going to have that perception of you. So,
what do you expect if you've done something that's shitty?
Yeah.
They're not going to be your biggest fan.
Yeah.
If that is the case of what's happened.
I think it's situational. So
100%.
That's our kind of 2 bits of advice on that one. Okay, this one's really funny, just quickly.
Okay.
I don't know where to hide the sex toys.
Oh.
I'm just going to assume this person's living at home. Because I'm not hiding mine, because I've obviously got
No, because if you live by yourself, you just put them.
Where would you hide them if you live at home? I've not lived at home since I was 18, so under the mattress.
I think I put mine. Well, I mean, I didn't I had loads of sex toys when I lived at home. I think I had. Oh God, I don't want my mum to listen to this. Under the bed.
I said under the mattress.
Well, it depends. Yeah, but you can't put it on you meaning lift the mattress up and shove a dildo in.
You just slot it in between the slats.
It also depends,
because under the bed's easy, you can still see it. Whereas if it's laying on a slat,
not if it's an ottoman bed though. That's the one.
Yeah, but they could lift it up to put something in there.
True. It depends how snoopy your parents are.
Yeah, see, my mum was snoopy. She found a bottle of vodka in my room once.
My mum was snoopy as well. She found weed in my room, fucking kicked off. And I was like, why were you looking?
Vodka when I was 15. What about top of the wardrobe mixed in clothes?
That's a good one.
Like old clothes.
There are hiding spots within your bedroom. You can figure it out, I think.
Yeah.
I think it depends.
Also, if you're old enough to be asking this question, you're old enough for your mum not to be cleaning your room and stuff as well.
This is
so
what I was
maybe
gonna
set
say.
some boundaries there.
If your mum's coming in and putting your washing away and stuff,
and changing your bed,
that.
then you've got a problem with your sex toys because your mum's in your room doing your bed linen for you. So
exactly.
You need to maybe work out that. But I think if your mum generally has no need to go into your room, there's safe spaces that you 100%. Can put it.
Yeah.
I think I like a girl, 25, first time I don't know what's going on.
What does she mean first time she doesn't know what's going on?
As in, she doesn't know what's going on. She thinks she likes a girl for the first time and she doesn't know what the fuck is going on inside of her head.
Oh, she's 25.
She's 25.
Fine.
Sorry if I read that badly. So, yeah, this person's 25. She thinks she likes a girl and she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. You don't think you know, because otherwise you wouldn't. Sorry, arsehole thing for me to say. But you don't think you know. You do like her, otherwise you wouldn't be submitting this. It'd be like me sat here saying to you now, oh God, I can't even say the words.
I think I like a man.
Yeah, I would just...
I'd say go to the bathroom, look in the mirror now.
No, you'd need to send me to conversion therapy. Reverse conversion therapy.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be...
Honestly, take me to the gay church.
We'd have to.
Oh, it would be life-ruining for me to wake up tomorrow.
It would be awful.
Sorry, it would.
I'd hate it.
It's just not who I am.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I say it to people all the time, being 100% gay is probably one of my favourite things about myself. It is a badge of honour.
I think it's great.
That I wear. And if I thought that I fancied a man... get me the Pope.
We'd have to, straight to the Vatican.
Get me the Pope. Get me to rehab or something. Just do something with me.
And just fix the problem.
Yeah, I would go to extreme measures.
We'd have
genuinely.
to.
So
I think, You're
Yeah,
having
so
these
sorry,
feelings,
go back to...
Yeah, you're having these feelings for a reason. You don't just, like, start thinking.
No, and when you say you don't know what to do, you just have to take the time to really have some honest conversations within yourself, because you don't need to hide from yourself, because no one else is hearing these things. So first of all, have the honest conversations with yourself. And then if you have a trusted friend or a therapist, I think take it in steps.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be a big thing straight away. Just like day by day, just take it slow. There's no rush.
Yeah,
and figure it out.
There's nothing wrong. There's, no matter what the world is telling us right now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being gay. In fact, there's everything right with it. I would argue there's something wrong in the other side.
Straight. Yeah.
Because they've lived in existence more in, higher population numbers in history. Look at the state of the world. Heteronormativity is not what, and heterosexuality, it's not working out for us too well, is it? Really?
Well, no.
So they can't tell us that we're wrong, because we're right.
Look at the stats.
Look at the stats. We're right.
Yeah.
We're generally right. We're generally a quite peaceful, harmless group of individuals. So there's nothing wrong with being a lesbian. In fact, there's absolutely everything right with it. Yeah. And I would die on that hill.
I couldn't agree more.
I've never said something with my chest.
Yeah, that was passion.
It's pure passion. Yeah. Lesbianism is a cult that I will forever be bound to with my greatest pleasure. It's like being a Jehovah's Witness with scissoring involved.
Scissoring and dildos.
Yeah, I think it's sad as well, just going on a bit of a tangent, that there's so many people in the world who are so scared and feel so much shame about wanting to sleep with another woman, as if it's not one of the best things you're ever going to do in your life. I think that's why they shame us, because they know that we're better than them. Yeah.
Because it's great. I'm sorry.
We are.
Sleeping with women is great.
It's amazing. We're better than men in bed. And they know it. That's probably why they create such they hate the fact that we're lesbians don't center themselves around men. They hate the fact that we don't need them for money. They just hate the fact that we don't need them for anything. We're strong as shit, both mentally and physically. We're generally better looking as a population. Sorry, we are. Must be something evolutionary about it. And yet there's poor people sat at home, take out the religion side of it and all of that. I know that there's but let's just say broadly, there's so many people sat at home scared to live in absolute heaven, to be honest.
That's the thing. And once you fully lean into it and accept it, you will literally have the best time.
Yeah, because I'm not even talking about queer relationships, lesbian relationships. I'm talking about lesbian friendships, just lesbian life is
our group of friends. We have
lesbian
so
life
much fun.
is literally like a TV show.
100%.
Because don't get me wrong, it comes with its ups and downs. I mean, I am not sat here saying I've walked through this community unscathed.
Oh God, no.
But it's stories that I would choose to be a part of.
Oh, 100%.
Over being fucking straight.
Yeah.
I'll take my trauma.
I think it's character building.
It's more. Do you know what? I would literally take any amount of lesbian trauma to wake up in the morning and roll over in a Fausty fucking smelling bed, looking at a man
hairy back
with a hairy fucking back, a musty ass,
hairy bum,
probably long sharp toenails, halitosis.
They just stink.
They fucking stink.
Yeah, they
that
really
I would
do.
take any lesbian breakup. I would take any. I would just. There's genuinely nothing worse for me than having to live with a man. So.
Oh, imagine waking up next to a man.
No. It's genuinely
I'm thinking of them spooning me.
I'm trying to think about you coming home, coming up, turning up to the pub one day, holding a man's hand and being like, I've got a boyfriend. I get up and leave. I'd just be like, sorry, I'm not that much.
You'd be like, I'm not doing this.
I'd just be like, do you know what? Maybe I'm not a nice person.
Yeah.
I wish you well. I really do. I hope you're happy, but just don't involve me in your life. I don't want to be a part of it.
Oh, I'm actually thinking of myself walking into the pub hand in hand with a man. It's foul. It's foul.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. So if you are sat at home thinking that it's going to ruin your life, trust me, it's not. It's going to make your life, and it will come with complete and utter chaos. But within that will be such beauty and fulfillment that you couldn't even imagine would exist. So trust me, you will be absolutely fine.
Just don't put pressure on yourself to figure it all out straight away.
100%. Yeah. You have to take one day at a time. One piece of advice I am going to leave with us today is in response to someone, basically, we had ex questions again about people trying to get over their ex. And I think we've covered it quite a lot. So if you ask that, go back on our previous episode, Q&A, because we spoke about it, and also go back to previous episodes, like they're titled, where we'll be talking about it. But people did ask. So someone sent me this quote and said, if questions pop up like, should I get back with my ex? Can't get over my ex, blah, blah, blah. Read this to them. This is going to be a new Scarlett special. If you see the scene... Start again. If you see the same tree twice in a forest, it's because you're lost.
Oh.
Boom.
Well, it's actually like that sign in Notting Hill. I don't know if you've seen it. I won't say what street it's on. But there's a sign that always says, everything's a sign when you're lost as well. Don't know if you've seen it.
Exactly, yeah. Because you're searching for... Yeah. But yeah, it's true. Like, if you're in a forest and you don't have your Apple Maps on and you're trying to go back the way that you came...
Yeah.
And you keep going round in a circle and coming back to the same tree, you're going to stay lost.
I like that.
I know. It's very poetic, isn't it?
It is. You're going to start using that. I know you're going to start doing it. When people come to you with issues, our friends, you're going to be like,
100% wait for me to be 2 pints down in the pub or 2 Negronis deep at LSC. And if someone comes up to me and asks me for in-person advice, that quote will be whipped out. Do you know what? As part of LSC merch, I might do myself a Scarlett quote deck.
I said this on the last one about
and I'm just going to write them in an LSC Scarlett deck of cards, and you just pull them out on the daily, and it will just have bits of like words of wisdom in there. But it will be ones that I've created. I'm not going to take ones from other people.
I give it 2 months, and then you'll be saying that quote to me in the pub probably. Something would have been
100%. Give it 2 days, and I'll be saying it to some poor fucker.
I hope I'm there when you say it to someone, because I'll give you the nod.
Yeah. Oh, it will come up.
And you'll say it with such conviction.
I'll say it with conviction. I'll say it as if I've written it myself. I'll say it as if it was like came to me at 2 a.m. in the morning on a random Sunday.
Or just came to you in that moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it will be Shakespearean. I love nothing more than relaying a hard-hitting quote about life. I absolutely love it. I think that's it for today's episode. Do you think I'll let you speak more?
I think so. We'll let them.
No, come on. I really think I have.
I think you have. I think so. I've noticed I've said 100% so many times.
Well, that's for Freya to edit. It's not my problem.
No, I don't care. Freya, I don't care. But I've just thought that's quite annoying. But hey ho.
Well, maybe this is why I don't let you talk. She can't be trusted. No, I'm joking. I think instead of 5%, I've given you at least a jump to 20.
Yeah, I think. I've put my 2 pence in quite a lot.
Look, I've taken a long period of time to say one fucking thing, which is like...
That's just standard, though.
That's standard, but I would say we've both balanced a response to each question.
I think so.
Perfect. And we didn't slag your mum off in this one.
Didn't slag my mum off.
So I'm not going to... Well, actually, I've never slagged your mum off, which is why I'm never in trouble with her.
Yeah.
You slagged her off.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
So is life. I did say about sex toys at my mum's house.
No, I think... Do you know what? I think she has... What's it called when it's like you chuck them in at the deep end? Like, I think you've already done your worst where your mum's concerned.
Oh,
So this now is not even scraping the surface. because you've already kind of dug in so deep that this is like minor to her now.
Oh, no.
Whereas if you'd have led with this before, yeah, it would have been a big thing. But now, she's just grateful. She's grateful she's had a positive shout out.
That's
so
true.
Sex toys to her, what's sex toys?
Yeah, that's nothing.
Doesn't matter.
Exactly. There you go. Well done, Lisa.
I have got something to say that might bother her though.
Oh, what? Can you imagine? I did it again the other day.
Disgusting.
I know. You didn't know that one, Freya. I've not told you. So.
I don't want to talk about it. Anyway, thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Lesbian Supper Club podcast, and we hope that you enjoyed Liv and Scarlett Advice Sessions Part 2.
Maybe
I think we should do more of these.
I think we'll do it as a frequent segment.
I think so. I think
like
once
it.
every 6 weeks,
Yeah.
we should come back and do more of these if you like them. So please do let us know. As usual, please give us a like, give us a rating, drop a comment, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Don't talk about me talking too much. Get
let it
it
go.
loud and
Let it
clear.
go. Don't be mean. Just be nice.
Follow us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get podcasts. Follow us on Instagram at Lesbian Supper Club Pod. And keep being gay. And if you're not gay yet,
you will be.
There's time, and you will be. Thank you. We love you. And we will see you next week.